first day, it was clear who we are and what we're doing here. But in time, we seem to have lost our way. Or we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. There is one heart beating in all of us. There is one truth and there is just one love. Nothing human hands can do or make will change the fact that truth doesn't have a face and God doesn't need a name. On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we are doing here. But in time, we seem to have lost our way. Or we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. Find the blessing in each moment. Learn from where you've been to know where you gotta go. The beauty in creation is self-evident. You can see truth any place, 'cause it's always been the same. On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we're doing here. Oh, in time, we seem to have lost our way. Oh, we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. Free your mind of all possessions and feel the weight of every word you say. Know that your thoughts are filled with power and that the truth can't be replaced. That God doesn't need a name. On the first day, it was clear. It was clear who we are, who we are. What we're doing in time, we seem to have lost our way. But we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. It's right inside you. It's inside me. It's every little thing you see. Yeah. By the still water, I go to meet my guide. Truth restores my soul, I never walk alone. Where I face shadow, my heart will know no fear. Nothing can compare to peace that fills my soul. Love is all I need. Is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the time I lay me down, I will set my heart on sharing love. In the cool meadow, God greets me with a song, and in every voice I know I hear my own. Rare, sweet silence, I keep you here in me, and with every breath I never need. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the time I lay me down, I will set my heart on sharing love. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the day I lay me down, help me set my heart on sharing love. May I set my heart on sharing love. I have set my heart on sharing love. You know the wrong with a Monday is suiting me fine. I'll never let that one day mess with my state of mind. From Saturday right round to Friday, every single day is gonna be my day. Every day is a great day to feel fine. I hear folks talking about Christmas, and that's alright. But I can tell you that you miss much if you don't see the gift of life. I like a Hanukkah Kwanzaa every Eid. I'll tell you about the kind of holiday I need. Every day is a great day to feel fine, to feel alright, to let your little light shine. You got it, go on and show it day and night. Sure that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. And I can tell you about my birthday, but that was just the start. And we can talk about Earth Day. It's right here in my heart. You tell me nobody can be happy all the time. I tell you that the secret is inside your mind. Every day is a great day to feel fine, to feel alright, to let your little light shine. You got it just to show it day and night. Sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. Yes, it is now. Shine. You got it, go on and show it day and night. You take it to your living everywhere you go and make it so that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. Let go of your shackles, come be happy with me. Everybody knows the best things in life are free. Every day is a great day to feel fine. I said every day is a great day to feel fine, 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 fine. I said every day is a great day. Yes, it is. I said I feel fine.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation at Montclair and our in-gathering service. My name is Marcus Gray Hauk. I serve as the Director of Music Ministries and my pronouns are he, him, and his. It is wonderful to be with you again for worship. If you are watching this service live on Facebook, we encourage you to share your name in the comments section and let us know you are here. Our gathering hymns today will be led by some of our member families. First, the Moore Nato family with Wade in the Water, and then the members of the Beckman Gaines family are going to lead us in There's a River Flowing in My Soul.
There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul. And it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my heart. There's a river flowing in my heart. And it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my heart. There's a river flowing in my mind. There's a river flowing in my mind. And it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my mind. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river There's a river flowing in my soul.
Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever age, identity, history, ability, gender, sexual orientation, or political affiliation, you are welcome to bring your full self here. Grounded in faith, we come together to nurture the soul, inspire hope, and bring into being a more just and loving world.
And today, we begin a new congregational year. What will we accomplish in this year? Who will we be for one another and for our world? This year, our visional goal is focused action. We are weary, we are worn, yes, yet we will focus on what matters most, and we will act as if our lives depend on it, because they do.
We will do justice, love mercy, connect with the holy of our understanding, and we will right past wrongs. We will dismantle the white supremacy that lives in our institutions, even here. And we will care for one another, each of us, all of us, and for our planet that sustains all life, because we need one another and we need our earth home.
If you are joining us at 10 a.m. for worship, please continue with us for a virtual Connection Cafe beginning at 11. Today, Connection Cafe will involve our membership team and will give us the chance to engage with our brand new members we will welcome in this service this morning. So check your email and Realm announcements for the Zoom link. Don't miss this chance to welcome the newest among us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Johanna Foster.
I'm Teresa D'Souza, and we are the co-chairs of our congregation's Social Justice Coalition.
And as we begin our congregational year, we relight the flame of our commitment to justice here and everywhere. The times we are in are more challenging than we could have ever imagined, but it gives us a unique chance to reimagine a world in which everyone, every person, and every institution is a version of our best selves.
L.R. Nost, author, feminist, and social justice activist, wrote, "No child is born filled with hate. No child is born crippled by fear. No child is born inflamed by rage. Each life is a chance to make things better. Each generation has a chance to do things better. This is our time, our turn, our chance. Let's do better."
So it's in that spirit that we invite all of our members and friends to join us this year as we continue our work in several important areas. We're continuing our Human Rights at Home campaign to improve the quality of life for LGBTQIA community members here in Montclair. Also, stay tuned for more information on our newly launched Commitment to Racial Justice in Policing campaign, as well as our ongoing campaign for housing justice in Montclair.
Lastly, we've partnered with the League of Women Voters to share important information regarding this year's election over a series of emails that we'll share with all of you. Look for those and please share with your family and friends.
And please also reach out to us at socialjustice@uumontclair.org. There's a place for you to do the justice work to which you are called.
Please join us now in our opening words as we begin the congregation year with a sense of purpose and hope.
Let us open our eyes to see what is beautiful.
Let us open our minds to learn what is true.
Let us open our hearts to love one another.
It comes to us from Lao Tzu. Water is fluid, soft, and yielding, but water will wear away rock, which is rigid and cannot yield.
And it comes in the classical Greek, with persistence, a drop of water hollows out the stone.
It comes to us when we need it. The reminder that persistence is power.
From Walking Water by the poet Wyatt Townley. Inside us, the ocean sways like a cradle in which we rock, rock.
And drawn like the tide to the moon twice a day, we carry our water and it carries us.
We are a good pail with legs, foot by foot on the turning mountain of the world.
Water walking on the prairie, water walking on the road, up the stairs through a door.
where the view rushes out of us, through the window to the woods, rushing water in the desert.
Rushing water in this chair and that one you're in, water walking. And what is solid is not at all what we thought. The rock worn away by the rocking. We are the water, and we pool our resources so that together we can wear down the rock of oppression, injustice, silence, the rock of denial, the rock that refuses to see our inherent worth and dignity. We are here to wear down the rock by pooling our resources even now in community.
The rock worn away by the rocking.
Worn away.
The rock worn away.
Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and free, born again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and free, born again. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and free, born again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and free, born again.
And we return again to tend to one another. We enter into this space of depth, each as we are called, finding a soft meditation, a deep reflection, an ardent prayer, each as we're called, yet mystically all together. And we enter into this space by hearing the lamentations, the requests, and the remembrances of our community. Let us hear one another, to heal one another. We light this first candle for Josephine Pettit Satcher, Jo, who died peacefully on Thursday, September 3rd in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. 88 years old, Jo had been an active member of our congregation for many years and is remembered with great fondness and affection. Jo's ashes will soon be interred in our memorial garden. Catherine Council lights a candle of sadness for the loss of Charlie Earle, a senior to whom she had been delivering groceries since March. In his 89 years, Charlie was an educator, a writer, and a world traveler. Catherine shares, "He was a joy to visit. I feel blessed This strange and terrible time gave me a chance to know him, but I'll sure miss him. Wendy McNeil lights this candle for her dear friend who has just entered hospice care. Wendy pledges that she will never forget this dear friend, and we hold them both in our hearts. Peter Arian lights this candle in memory of Sudsy Kelly, Tom Glasser, Tommy Sinton, and all his other friends and colleagues who passed away 19 years ago on September 11th, 2001. May their memories be a blessing. We light this candle for all those affected by the West Coast wildfires, and we lift our many friends and family members in their proximity, including Catherine Kemp's sister and brother-in-law, Bobby and Neil Pauline. May the fires cease. We light this final candle for the joys and sorrows that have not been spoken aloud. In the silence that follows, you are encouraged to speak the names of those you are holding in your prayers or meditations. We hold this silence as this silence holds us. Praying that our listening bring forth acts of love. We pray in the name of that which each of us deems holy in our hearts. Amen.
Join me in a spirit of prayer and meditation. Spirit of life, as we live in this world where it seems that up has become down and right has become wrong, grant us peace. Not a peace where there is no conflict, but peace where there is space for quiet reflection. Help us to remember the magnitude of goodness that we encounter, and help us to act when we encounter injustice. Spirit of perseverance, let us be reminded of the water when we face the difficult choices that we need to make to dismantle systems that keep us all bound. Let us remember that change can sometimes come crashing through like flash floods, and oftentimes can be imperceptibly slow, like the changes that the constant drip of water can make on the face of a stone. Spirit of understanding, remind us that grace is abundant and can be shared with others as well as ourselves. Help us to act in ways that engender healthy conflict and real conversations. God known by many names, let us be reminded of our own divinity, of our worthiness to be loved, of our connection to the whole. Let us remember. Let us persevere. Let us act. May it be so. Ashe, and blessed be.
Heart's been turned to stone. You say you wanna be left alone. Say love's only made you weep and moan. Let me tell you something that you know in your bones. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love tumbling down. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. The river washes over everyone in the land. Feet in the gravel, mud in your hands. Nothing can stand against love's command. Every boulder turns into a grain of sand. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. I say love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock.
This is one of my favorite things that we get to do, welcoming new members to our congregation. And today, we discover that even in COVID times, folks are finding a new home. First, we welcome Danielle Salerno. Danielle has chosen to become a member because she resonates with our principles, enjoys the weekly services, and would like to become a part of our community. Danielle hopes to experience a deepening and widening of her spiritual practice, developing roots, and getting more involved in service, worship, and education. Danielle, welcome. Next, we welcome Sage Santora. Sage has chosen to become a member of our congregation to gain a sense of community, and Sage hopes to experience friendship and the chance to help out in her community. Welcome, Sage. Next, we welcome Kira Pipkins. Kira wants to be a part of a community that is judgment-free and shares the same morals and ideas, a place to have her own voice and opinions. As a member, she hopes to take part in community service, get to know others, and offer her gifts of public speaking. And Kira is anxiously awaiting in-person services. Welcome, Kira. Next, we welcome Irene Cox. Irene has been a Unitarian Universalist for about 18 years and wants to develop and contribute. She wants to be a part of a diverse community like ours, to participate in activities that are new as well as share her experience in familiar areas, growing in spirituality and service. Irene, welcome. Next, we welcome Noah Wadi. Noah is officially joining the congregation because it's been his spiritual home since he was 5, and because he appreciates the values and teachings of UU. Noah would like to continue the friendships that he's made here and would like the opportunity to give back. Welcome, Noah. Next, we welcome Nora Wadi. Nora is joining because she identifies with our ideas, values, and the purpose of our congregation. She hopes to continue in the work of building a community by promoting social justice and a healthy environment. Welcome, Nora. Next, we welcome Valerie Porter. Valerie wants to become a member of our congregation because she respects the values and principles she has seen represented by our members. And as a member, Valerie hopes to experience a greater sense of purpose and peace. Welcome, Valerie.
Wow. What a river of new members flowing into our congregation. Beloveds, it is a radical act in this rapidly transforming world beset by many challenges and distractions to choose to commit oneself to a congregation. You, our newest members, humble us with your attention and affirmation. Now I invite you to take a moment to recall the moments that drew you into this relationship with UU Montclair. Remember, how were you first welcomed? What struck you as meaningful and real? How did it feel to know you had found a new home? And do you pledge to participate and strengthen this, our community, by welcoming all seekers who find their way to us in the ways that they need to be welcomed. And if so, then please say, I will.
New members, wherever you are, congregation, wherever you are, however you experience this worship, we are so glad for your presence. And community, please continue with us for our Connection Cafe at 11, where we can welcome our new members and share our new member litany, making our promises to one another. And so now we are more than we were before this ritual, before these new members called this, our congregation, home. This. When I say this, what exactly do I mean? When I say that these new members called this home, what could I possibly mean? This is no longer a building, not an actual room filled with people singing, sobbing, and worshiping. But this is something essential that we have rescued from the wreckage and claimed again and again as essential. I remember when this pandemic broke loose, when we asked our staff to take their computers home with them, when the grocery stores were wiped bare by our panic. You remember too, I'm guessing, when we all called our loved ones and petitioned them, please be safe. And I remember when we met with our interfaith clergy community and Rabbi Greenstein prayed simply, God, have mercy. I remember the fear that crept over me in those beginning days. Would we survive? And by we, I meant everyone I loved, and I also meant this, our congregation. Would we survive? Would we learn fast enough how to be a community anew? And I remember when this hell broke loose for all to see, when the murder of a child of God, when the asphyxiation of George Floyd stole what was left of the American soul. And since then, so many more, Jacob Blake, Lyndon Cameron, and we need to say the name Breonna Taylor. And the streets were flooded, both with an unquenchable ache and the promise of a movement. And I remember the fear that crept over me. Would we survive? And by we, I meant everyone I loved. And I also meant this, our congregation. Would we survive and learn fast enough how to be a community now? I can't tell you that we've arrived. We've learned some things and we are still learning. I won't tell you that we're safe. I certainly can't promise our salvation. That's that other virtual worship service, the one on the other Facebook or YouTube page where the preachers peddle uncertainty, not growth. Survival, we know, is day to day. But I know that we are more now, more than we were before, more than when we first met these fears. We are growing in members, yes. In understanding, yes. Some, yes. In our community, in our commitment to inclusion and justice and equity, in our calling, yes. And perhaps now we know with certainty that we are not our walls. We are not our building. We are instead our relationships, and we are our love. And that these relationships and love are enough to wear down the rock of fear, enough so that we can see one another and our work clearly. Pema Chodron, an American Tibetan Buddhist nun, tells this story, this metaphorical story about fear, and I want to speak it to you, to us, on this our ingathering, because we are a people gathering in spite of fear. So as I share, I welcome you to picture fear as you know it, because for each of us it's different. Chodron says, once there was a young warrior. Her teacher told this young warrior that she had to do battle with fear. She didn't want to do that. It seemed too aggressive. It was scary. It seemed unfriendly. But the teacher said she had to do it. and gave her the instructions for the battle. The day arrived. The student warrior stood on one side and Fear on the other. The warrior was feeling very small, and Fear was looking big and wrathful. They both had their weapons. The young warrior herself roused herself and went towards Fear, then prostrated 3 times and asked, "May I have permission to go into battle with you?" Fear said, "Thank you for showing me that respect, that you ask permission." Then yet the young warrior said, "How can I defeat you?" And Fear replied, "My weapons are that I talk fast and get close to you, close in your face, and then you get completely unnerved and you do whatever I say. If you don't do what I tell you, I have no power. You can listen and you can have respect for me, you can even be convinced by me, but if you don't do what I say, I have no power. You can be convinced by me, but if you don't do what I say, I have no power." In that way, the student warrior learned how to defeat fear. Fear gets in our face. It talks fast and it tells us what to do. It tells us that we are vulnerable, that we are lost, that we are alone. And to protect ourselves, it tells us to run and to hide and to hate. But we don't have to do what it says. Another thing Pima Chodron shares is this: only to the extent that we expose ourselves over and over to annihilation can that which is indestructible be found in us. We have, if nothing else, we have in this time of dual pandemics of COVID and racism been exposed to annihilation. We see it in the numbers on our streets. We feel it in the workings of our institutions. Perhaps this exposure is unveiling that which in us is indestructible, that which refuses to be annihilated. Perhaps we are finding that we don't have to do what fear tells us to do, that our relationships and our love, that our values, even through all of this, strengthen and persist. Dear ones, strong ones, loving ones, we have met fear face to face. We have been humbled by our own smallness, but fear has not stolen us from one another, nor from our calling to worship that which is worthy, to build a community of commitment, to serve a higher purpose, and to wear down these rocks of indifference and hate, rocks that are born of fear, to wear them down with truth and love. And for this we are warriors. May it be so. May the work continue. Amen. What follows is our water communion. Year after year, we gather in our sanctuary as we each pour a bit of water into a common vessel. And when we do, we share what we need from our community and what we bring to our community. This year, we collected our needs and gifts on postcards, and in the ritual that follows, we will bear witness as our individual offerings are gathered in the common home of this, our community. If you didn't submit something on a postcard or virtually, please feel welcome to share it in the chat, what you bring and what you need. Or you can just say it out loud wherever you are, wherever you worship, to attest to what you bring and what you need from community.
We are here to wear down the rock by pooling our resources even now in community. Reverend Anya and I are about to share the things that you said you needed and those things that you pledged to bring to our community.
We need emotional and spiritual connection. We need community. We need inspiration. We need connection. We need companions for the journey.
We bring friendship, service, a loving spirit, community.
We need a vehicle for social justice. We need inspiration. We need voices of justice. We need friendship. We need connection. We need continued community. We need community.
We bring energy, her voice and passion, hope, leadership, supportive listening, determination.
We need community. We need acceptance. We need assurance that our Unitarian Universalist values are alive and thriving. We need to not give up. We need hope. We need support.
We bring positivity, gratitude, creativity.
We need a sense of belonging, connection, inspiration, a spiritual home. We need a sense of community. We need a spiritual community. We need a caring community.
We bring enthusiasm, support, inquiry, compassion.
We need community, friendship, a sense of belonging.
We bring history, creativity, a fresh perspective, purpose.
We need friendship. We need to work with others for justice. We need a sense of security and peace for all. We need a welcoming community. We need a sense of the infinite and our connection to it.
We bring music, wisdom, love, inclusivity, curiosity.
We need belonging. We need stability. We need compassion and activism. We need faith. We need community. We need friendship. We need inspiration.
We bring reliability, support, energy, empathy, grounding.
We need community, connection, spirituality.
We are here to wear down the rock of oppression, injustice, and silence, the rock of denial, of rejecting our shared humanity, the rock that separates one from another, the rock that desecrates the planet in favor of profit, the rock that lives in systems and institutions and holds us by its sway. We are here to wear down the rock by pooling our resources, even now, in this community. From the Enuma Elish, before there was the heaven and the earth, there was the mingling of the waters.
Our closing hymn today is Blue Boat Home, originally written in the 19th century by the Welsh composer Roland Pritchard, with new lyrics by the contemporary songwriter Peter Mayer. We're going to be led by Anne Saylor, who serves as the chair of our music committee.
I've been saved. We are making our way by the light of the heavens in this, our beautiful blue boat home. And we are making our way by caring one for the other. When you give to our offering, 80% of your gifts will care for our congregation, and 20% will support our justice recipient. This month's Sharing Our Riches recipient is the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, America's premier legal organization fighting for racial justice. Through litigation, advocacy, and public education, LDF seeks structural changes to expand democracy, eliminate disparities, and achieve racial justice in our society. Learn more at www.naacpldf.org. You can text to give, mail us a check, or go to our homepage and click on the donate button. This is a time of need. All of your gifts are worthy, and they are all received with love.
We are more than we were before. We have lost, we have grown, and we have met annihilation face to face and found what in us is indestructible. We are making our way by the light of the heavens and trusting that we warriors, when we pool our resources, can make a mountain come tumbling down. Amen. May it be so.
Our worship has ended. Let our service begin. Go in peace. Go in joy. Go in love.
Until we meet again, virtually or otherwise, you are in our hearts.
Where's your heart, Les? There it is.
Oh.
There it is.
Such a Dickens.
On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we're doing here. But in time, we seem to have lost our way. Or we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. There is one heart beating in all of us. There is one truth and there is just one love. Nothing human hands can do or make will change the fact that truth doesn't have a face and God doesn't need a name. On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we are doing here. But in time, we seem to have lost our way. Or we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. Find the blessing in each moment. Learn from where you've been to know where you gotta go. The beauty in creation is self-evident. You can see truth any place, 'cause it's always been the same. On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we're doing here. Oh, in time, we seem to have lost our way. Oh, we can still find the truth today. we can still find the truth today. Free your mind of all possessions and feel the weight of every word you say. Know that your thoughts are filled with power and that the truth can't be replaced. That God doesn't need a name. On the first day, it was clear who we are, what we're doing here. In time, we seem to have lost our way, but we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. It's right inside you. It's inside me. It's every little thing you see. Yeah. By the still water, I go to meet my guide. Truth restores my soul, I never walk alone. Where I face shadow, my heart will know no fear. Nothing can compare to peace that fills my soul. Love is all I need. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the time I lay me down, I will set my heart on sharing love. In the cool meadow, God greets me with a song, and in every voice I know I hear my own. Rare, sweet silence, I keep you here in me, and with every breath I never walk alone. Love is all I need. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the time I lay me down, I will set my heart on sharing love. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the day I lay me down, help me set my heart on sharing love. May I set my heart on sharing love. I have set my heart on sharing love. You know they're wrong with a Monday. It's suiting me fine. I'll never let that one day mess with my state of mind. From Saturday right round to Friday, every single day is gonna be my day. Every day is a great day to feel fine. I hear folks talking about Christmas, and that's alright. But But I can tell you that you miss much if you don't see the gift of life. I like a Hanukkah Kwanzaa every Eid. I'll tell you about the kind of holiday I need. Every day is a great day to feel fine, to feel alright, to let your little light shine. You got it, go on and show it day and night. You take a joy in living everywhere you go, and make sure that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. And I can tell you about my birthday, but that was just the start. And we can talk about Earth Day. It's right here in my heart. You tell me nobody can be happy all the time. I tell you that the secret is inside your mind. Every day is a great day to feel fine, to feel alright, to let your little light shine. You got it just to show it day and night. You take a joy in living everywhere you go, and make sure that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. Yes, it is now. I feel alright. You let your little light shine, shine, shine. You got it, go on and show it day and night. You take the joy of living everywhere you go, and make it so that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. Let go of your shackles, come be happy with me. Everybody knows the best things in life are free.